you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulation.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Oh, good day, all. Welcome to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Jay. Happy Prime Day, sir.
Yeah, Amazon Prime Day.
Amazon.
Everybody, use our link, DetroitCast.com.
Have you guys checked out the deals? The deals going on? I have not.
I have not. I know that Gabrielle was poised to sign on and buy a bunch of shit, though.
They just love this day, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. I remember Beth getting all worked up about this day, and I think most people do. What is it? What is it? It's basically like Black Friday, right?
Yeah. Kind of a Christmas in July type thing, you know?
Yeah.
But huge deals on Amazon today. So seriously, go to DetroitCast.com and click through our link. That's the key.
Yeah.
It's a great way to support the show.
Do you guys do the bulk stuff? Is that what you guys mostly do on Amazon? Because I didn't realize.
Dude, we get an Amazon package literally every day.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it like toilet paper and paper towel?
Could be anything.
And
It's an eclectic mix of everything.
King's peanut butter.
There could be peanut butter. There could be glue sticks and toilet paper.
Sure.
You know? That's the beauty of Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, does it? Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Does it take away the excitement? Because I love when there's a package on my doorstep. Does it take away the excitement of that
right.
when
open
it's
it up,
every single day?
It's Q-tips.
Yeah, it's Q-tips and glue sticks. Fuck. God damn it. Or when
there
it's
has
just
never been a company quite like Amazon.
when it's just happening on such a regular basis. There's a package every day. It takes away the excitement
oomph.
of Christmas of like, boom.
I suppose it does a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's good deals. It's easy.
Yeah. Although as adults, I guess we're not supposed to get excited
Right.
for just cardboard boxes on our porch as we once would have.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple other matters of housekeeping, Mike. So we've got Amazon Prime Day. Listeners, seriously, please, use our link.
Yeah, we fuck around a lot, but it's very helpful for us around the holidays, around school time starting up, and especially Amazon Prime Day. So
Amazon.
all you have to do is just go to DetroitCast.com. There's an Amazon link right there on the right. Just click it and shop away.
It's above the fold.
Above the fold. You
And
can't
it doesn't
miss
cost you anymore. It's just you're entering through our portal. So, helps us out. Also, Twin Peaks. Everybody remembers the fine folks at Twin Peaks.
Yes.
Madison Heights, they're doing a cool thing over there where we are going to be raising some more money for South Oakland Shelter.
Great.
And the way we're doing that is the Twin Peaks girls are doing some car washes every Tuesday.
Those are those are not your average girls either.
No, they aren't. They're Twin
Beautiful
Peaks
girls.
Twin Peaks girls are going to be there Tuesdays 5 to 8 at the Madison Heights location at 14 Mile and Stevenson Highway.
Yep.
And they are doing car washes, $10 a car, $20 for large trucks, and all proceeds benefit South Oakland Shelter.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, so head over there, get that done if you're in the area.
And you'll like the
scenery.
I always feel
that's what they
bad
say.
when
There's mountainous scenery.
There is, and it's you can oogle without feeling like a creep. Because I drive they do that a lot in
Or ogle.
Oh,
Or ogle.
I think I go with oogle. I don't know why.
Either
but I
one.
know what you're saying. But when I'm driving down, like if I go north on Telegraph and you start eking into that Birmingham area, the West Bloomfield area, there's a lot of kids you'll see on corners, like girls in bikinis, just like yay, and they're doing a car wash. They're holding their signs, and
Well,
it's
I
like,
did just get my car washed yesterday, but
I might as well swing in here. And then it's like, I want to swing in there, and they're always
I have never stopped for one of those.
no. But I see just a bunch of bikinis and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, might as well help the community out. And then I'm like, no, these girls are probably in high school.
It's exactly
and
right.
and it's like, I appreciate what they're doing, but God, can't you give me the college team or something? Where I can oogle in peace.
No, they're all high school swim teams or
Yay.
cheerleaders or whatever. Yeah.
But the Twin Peaks girls,
There you go.
those ones,
Ogle away.
oogle, ogle, and ogle away. Have
And
at it.
Lastly, for housekeeping, the Scott Ian Simpsons tweet, you'll see it pinned on DetroitCast.com. Get that going. If you haven't retweeted that and liked it, do that. We basically want to pressure the Simpsons into making Scott Ian of Anthrax a character.
Is it still relevant enough? He still has the look, right?
Yeah.
He's still Anthrax's guitarist. The tats, it's the beard, the bald head. It's all there.
It's all there.
I was trying
It's
to
like
think.
he said, I think, in the interview, like, he walks around and so many people, like, I know you.
Yeah, I know
but
you're
I don't
somebody.
necessarily. But I know you're somebody, and it's not just like I know you're.
Yeah.
I know you're the guy at the whatever. They're like, dude, you're somebody, and I don't know why.
I was trying to think, like, if it came down to it, and say Mike Reese and Al Jean called us up, called us up, and was like, guys, we love the idea with Scott Ian. We just can't think of an episode. And I was like, all right, I got to be prepared for that. So what?
Wow, what a world you live in.
What kind of storyline could we pitch them
It's like,
successfully?
guys, that's your job, okay? We provided you the talent.
Right, I know, but if they're like,
Finder's
guys, this
fee.
is your fucking episode, man. We love the idea. We're all for it. We think you guys are creative and funny. So can you at least give us a storyline? And I was thinking, maybe Bart takes guitar lessons, and his teacher turns out to be Scott Ian.
Sorry, that's already happened, Mike.
It has?
Bart has taken guitar lessons. I'm sure over 600 episodes. Correct me on this.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Not really.
Kind,
though.
what do you mean, kind of? He either took guitar lessons or he did
He
not.
wanted to learn to play the guitar, and Otto tried to teach him, but Otto sucked, so Otto just took and Bart gave up.
This is a continuation of that episode where he gets someone who really knows how to play, but Scott Ian will only show him thrash metal. And so Bart is driving the house nuts with just, thrash metal guitar. You guys don't like this?
Sure.
I mean, you want to shoot down my
I didn't
episodic-
shoot down an idea. I just didn't
You're
know
not
what to
adding
say.
anything, E.
I don't know. You could have given this to me 20 minutes ago, and at least I could have maybe
Should have
thought of an
given him
idea.
I know. I could have given it to you a while ago, but it was sprung on me.
Well, it wasn't. You sprung on by yourself. You thought about it all night, and that's what you came up with. That's not my fault. It
I'm not
sucks.
actually a fucking Simpsons writer, E. I'm trying, man. This is my first stab at this. It's my first stab at writing a cartoon.
Well, stick with your day job.
The little bit I know about The Simpsons, and it's a little bit.
Yeah.
I tried to watch a few episodes, like I said, in prep for that interview. It seems like, don't they just have a lot of characters that just come in and out of scenes,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
without much? It's sort of like willy-nilly. Like, oh, there's
Yes.
so
They're
and so.
not always pronounced as this is Scott Ian. It could
Yeah,
just
it
be
doesn't
that
have
he's
to
in
be like
there.
a Scott Ian-centric show. It could just be Scott Ian on the
All right,
corner.
I've
right?
got another idea because
Right off
the
the top of
guys
your
at
head.
Anthrax are getting older now. So maybe you could do a spin because they've done the Lollapalooza type thing,
Yeah.
right? Maybe we did some sort of like Oldapalooza or Lala Oldapalooza, and then you've got guys like Scott Ian coming up on like with a limp on stage, and you just see him in the background.
Oh, man. I don't
know
know.
that he would like
seems
that.
forced.
Oh shit! Shoot the idea
Very
down. Whatever,
forced.
dude. Our job is to get him on The Simpsons, not fucking write.
That's
No,
what
No, I don't know
initially-
why. You're the one telling these stories.
Why are you taking this on, man?
You're the one taking.
You don't have to
the-
take this on.
Well, I got
Let Mike and Al handle
I
it.
the
got a
tweet
text from
hand do
Scott
it,
Ian
Tom.
over the weekend. All right,
Did
so
you?
yeah.
He's like, what am I going to do?
What are we gonna do? What do we
should
need
I
to
be
do
in?
next? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know, man. And he was thankful, and he was like,
Get
wow,
your
this
people
is
to
exciting.
retweet it, Scott.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do more than this. I need to impress Scott Ian.
Hey, look, listen, if you want the absolute best automotive experience possible, go see our friends at Zotford and Holly. Zotford has a massive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles ready for you to choose from. Their award-winning service department has brand new free loaners for you to enjoy while your vehicle is being serviced. Zotford has a fully stocked parts department and two state-of-the-art body shops. So as to Mike, Jay, and Etard's point, Zotford has you covered. Plus, when Zot takes care of you, you are really taking care of the podcast, so thank you so much.
I was thinking about Anthony Ketchum the other day, guy over there at Zot.
Yeah.
because he's got a new job of sorts.
Oh, really? What's he
Yeah,
doing?
I don't know. He's been promoted to something.
Is that right?
I didn't pay that much attention. I really don't
It's
care.
like
It affects me
assistant
none.
to the assistant general manager?
Yeah, and it was like, hey, just wanted to congratulate myself on this new position I've acquired.
Oh,
and
wow.
Blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of form lettery. I expected more from him to send an email personally to me and
Yeah.
less than form letter style. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, he's the dude that hooked us up with the fucking MMA fighter.
Miles Jury. I
Miles
mentioned this to
Jury.
you the other day, dude. I watched Miles for the first time. I'm not an MMA guy at all.
Yeah, me
but I
either.
was, I was at our friend's house in Manistee, and he's dude who owns the house is an MMA dude, and so he's got the Boise event on.
Sure,
and
huge.
apparently it's a big deal, but yeah, Miles was like third on the card or something. So I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's Miles Jury.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to stay awake. I'm like, I want to see this guy fight. I want to see
Yeah.
if he's any good. And I'm falling asleep, and I've got like toothpicks in my eyes. I'm trying to.
What time is this? Like after midnight?
No, it was like 10:30.
Oh, sure. Okay.
It's just a lot of drinking, So I'm trying to stay awake. I'm like, I got to see this dude, and so I stay up for it, and he bounces around. I forget the opponent, but they're bouncing around the ring for like 2 minutes of the first round, and crowd's starting to boo and shit. It's like, come on, people, get in on this.
Yeah.
So finally, the opponent dude just jab, and then cracks him.
Oh no!
And Jury hits the ground, man.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's basically like curled up against the fencing there,
and it
just,
stopped right there.
I mean, the dude jumped on top of him, hit him
Yeah.
about 8 times in
That's
the
the
head,
part I struggle
and
with.
they stopped it. It was.
That's the part I struggle with when a guy is like.
It's hard
the
to
only
watch.
reason
It's
he's
hard to
still
watch.
up is he's hit the fucking cage
Yeah.
that's holding him up or the ropes, and then that's the pounce moment, and it's just like seeing a guy just like
Yeah.
so out of it and.
Unfortunately, he got pummeled pretty quick in that spell.
Really?
But I think he's like 12-3 or something, so it's not like he's a bad fighter. He's been.
I wouldn't want to take him on, personally.
He's actually a lot taller and skinnier than I thought he was.
Really?
Yeah, he's like 5'11", 145.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
When I hear, I think when we talked to him, he was fighting in the 137 or something. You just assume those guys are 5'3".
Yeah, no,
know,
he's
just-
tall and lanky.
Yeah. Oh, that's too
So
bad.
better luck to Mr. Jury in the future.
Us paying attention to him has proved not to be a very good thing because he had a big fight coming up when we first interviewed him.
Yeah.
That didn't go so well. And then you stayed awake to watch him.
We're
and
not good for fighters.
Apparently that didn't go so well for Mr. Jury. But anyway, have you paid attention at all to Helsinki and
Eh.
Putin
Nah.
and Trump today? They had the big summit meeting, which kind of got delayed. I guess they play all these fucking political games, especially Putin. He loves making other politicians wait
Sure.
on him.
Power move.
I guess he made John Kerry wait for like 3 or 4 hours one day. It was just like, yeah, you just sit there and wait. They'll get to you when I get to you. And so Trump I guess their meeting was delayed a while, and they met for a while. And Anderson Cooper's calling it the most disgraceful appearance, by a American politician ever.
Yeah, I heard there was distinctly different stories being reported on Fox News versus CNN.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
weird
it's
how that happens.
Amazing. Like you'd think something completely different happened,
Right.
depending on what channel you're on.
I'll be honest with you. I knew you were not going to be dying to cover this extensively, and I wasn't either. And so I just didn't pay all that much attention to it because it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Is there something entertaining about it?
Trump
He
got
was
a
handed
soccer ball.
that he
Yeah.
then flipped to Melania, who
Yeah, it
Then
looks
short-armed it.
weird. She's just sitting there with this dumb soccer ball in her lap. People like, hey, dipshit, you might want to check that for a recording device. There might be a listening device inside that ball. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, that's the big. If you're watching the news, that's all you're gonna get
Sure.
on any of the channels today. I was more interested in Elon Musk,
Hmm.
to be honest with you. How do you get into a fight with the fucking hero tie divers, or one in specific?
Yeah, there was the Thai cave, right? We talked about this before,
Yeah.
how Elon Musk got involved with a couple different ideas on how to save the kids.
Right.
Turns out the divers were able to just get them out through normal course.
Because of the guys pumping the water out as
Yeah.
much as they did, it led for some, lower water levels, and they were able to get in there.
Yeah, it wasn't as great as harrowing a story as we all hoped for and thought it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And so Elon was criticized by the diver as just looking for a PR stunt. Oh yeah, his idea about a sub was stupid. He said,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. It couldn't have worked given the bends in the cave, and this
Right.
was all just a PR stunt on Elon's part.
And I believe he ended it by saying he can stick that mini submarine where it hurts, which I was like, basically sticking a mini sub anywhere in the body would probably hurt. I think what he meant was where the sun don't shine, which would be specifically talking about the butthole itself, is usually what people mean when they say that. Stick it where the sun don't shine. I don't know if you were aware of that, but that's usually what that means. And so, okay, let me ask you this, Jay. Elon's role in this became pretty big in the media for the last week or so there.
Mm-hmm.
Does it warrant a part in the movie?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, involving a billionaire,
He's got to be an
substance-
eccentric character. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Wow. Okay. See, I was going to say I don't think he makes the movie. I don't think he makes the cut, but we'll see. And so yeah, Elon Musk. You would think a billionaire, multi-billionaire, could let comments like that go by this guy. He's not able to do that, and he's deciding he's going to take them on and call them out. And
Well, one guy specifically.
Vernon Unsworth.
Yeah, he calls him a pedo.
Yeah. Which, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't guilty of doing this to people too. As soon as I hear of someone from Western cultures going to Thailand,
Right.
I immediately go, "Ooh, what's that all about?" Well,
White middle-aged man living in Thailand.
oh boy, what are you doing over there? It's a lot of sex trafficking going on there, a lot of child abuses. Kind of known for it, And so, he called him a pedo guy. And now this guy's thinking about suing him for defamation. Good move.
Fucking moronic. Just call the guy a pedo.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're a major target.
So that this guy Vernon Unsworth says, if it's what I think it is, yeah. He said that he'd be making a final decision about a defamation lawsuit when he gets back to the UK.
Yeah, I think I'd go ahead and file that.
You're going up against a multi-billionaire. Why
so
not?
what? Yeah, just he'll
Yeah,
settle it.
Yeah, I mean,
Throw
so
a couple grand your way. Be done with it.
what do you think that's worth? Being called a pedo? 50 grand? I bet you could get more than
Very
that.
least. Yeah, you can get more.
Yeah.
Worldwide, man. You've just been declared by this respected billionaire
Yeah.
being a pedo.
Dude, and then he doubled down on it when people were like, all right, Elon, calm down. Like the masses.
Did he retweet his own tweet?
No, he didn't retweet his own tweet, but he did say, I'll bet you a signed dollar it's true. And
tough, man.
the article I was reading was
Signed
like,
dollar?
Yeah.
By Elon Musk? Who cares?
they said they corrected their own post. They said, we originally quoted him as saying, you bet you a dollar it's true. Musk, in fact, tweeted, bet you a signed dollar it's true. Presumably, Elon believes that a dollar signed by himself is worth more than a dollar.
That's what I was just saying. Like, no offense, dude. I
what
wouldn't give
Gizmodo
a
said,
fuck
too.
about a dollar, an autograph of Elon Musk.
Isn't that just a saying? Bet you a signed dollar.
Is it?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard it before, but
Oh, I bet it is.
I'm sure.
I've
I
never
don't
heard
doubt
that.
him, but I'm just saying I've never heard it before.
Yeah. Anyway, I just don't know why he keeps getting into he got into that public spat with his dad. You know, taking these guys on. Like, what is the?
Must have a temper.
Yeah. Anyway, it was
I
also.
don't get to be a billionaire without breaking a few eggs, Mike. I mean,
Is that how the saying goes?
Sure.
It also came out that he gave money to like a super PAC, RN's Republican super PAC.
I heard that wasn't true.
Yeah, he says that, but they say the public records say he gave $39,000 to a PAC. I was like, okay. And
Yeah.
it's the big deal. Anyway, speaking of things going on in other parts of the world, did you see that video of the German coach
No.
who was caught on camera, like picking his balls and then smelling it?
Oh, God.
Yeah. We did that here. Remember when I rubbed my balls and made E smell it?
I do.
And it was horrible. E, do you have that video?
Yeah.
Dude,
Famunda cheese.
this is hilarious, though, because it's like a minute long.
Oh, dude, this isn't new, is it? I
no?
think- yeah, I think
Someone sent me this and was like, this is... And I was like, oh, I figured
think
it was
we
World
saw this
Cup
like
bound.
a year ago, man.
Really?
I mean, it was
Unless he just does this. Is it,
This particular video
It's
was
only got
published
5,000 views.
on June 20th of this year. Now that doesn't mean anything necessarily, but
no, I swear we've seen this guy do this.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he notorious for this, or is it we just watching an old video?
I think we watched him do this like 2 years ago.
No shit. Why does it only have 5,000 views then? Play it, E. Because he's like... I mean, we're not opposed to watching a video for a second time. I mean, we've been known to do that.
well, we've not watched it here. I know.
Fuck. He's going to sniff his own.
Here's a real.
What a... Come on, man.
He's
He's going to
cupping...
sit in his... What the fuck?
I mean, that's your sniffing your balls right there, right?
yeah.
He's paying attention to the game.
Oh, and then he licked his upper lip, too. I think he
Sure.
might have spread some from under cheese. Is he picking his
Oh,
butt?
picking his
it
butt
does
now.
say UFE Euro 2016 though. if you
What
look
the
at it.
fuck, man?
Oh, it does say 2016, yeah.
oh.
One more sniff. Yeah. There's a problem in there. Let's try it again, see if it gets any better.
I gotta be.
You've done that, E?
I've done that before, and I don't know why, but I have done it. I don't even know why. But
What's
I've,
it smell
I've
like,
been-
E?
I don't know, just sweaty shit.
Your butt or your balls?
Both.
The ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Your ass?
Yeah, I don't know why.
When was the last time you did it?
I don't even know. I've done it before though.
I've done it with my
I've had
balls.
this-
Obviously, I did it on the air, but I've never
I
with your butt. You don't even wipe all the time, E. That's the problem with doing it with your butt.
I don't understand why, but I have. I don't know how to explain it. I just like I've been sweaty and I've just scratched back there. I'm like, I wonder what that smells like.
You ever done it with your armpits, gentlemen?
No.
Oh, yeah. Just
Yeah.
like, do I stink?
I've done that.
Do I
Yeah,
stink?
that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone as far as like Catherine Gallagher, the SNL
Oh,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess not. No, not really.
Really?
But I've done this. I mean, I've tried to see like, do I need deodorant? I guess
Yes.
or not. I know, but point is, I've done it.
Yeah.
Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't even know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900. Get a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900. Brent's a great guy. And speaking of the World Cup and Brent,
Yeah.
well, we received a package from one young Brent Wasik. We've got some
What?
commemorative Russia World Cup cups.
No way.
Some cups, dude. Beer
Dude,
cups.
these were in Russia.
Yeah, they were. Moreover,
Excellent.
he sent us a cool little Russia 2018 badge, and we got rubles, dudes.
Oh,
I don't know what these are
excellent.
worth, but I think it's the equivalent of 2 2s and a 1.
Oh, probably.
So you get 2, I get 2, and Isis, here's 1.
Hey, 1 ruble's better than none rubles,
Sure.
righty?
Actually, it's a
Right.
10 ruble piece, I think,
Yeah.
if I'm reading that correctly.
I've got 2 10s.
Yeah.
No 1, though. What is your ruble worth?
So thank you, Brent.
Very cool.
Round of 16, we've got cups. We've got, July 3rd, 2018.
I'm going to say this means more to you than any of us, Jay, so you get to keep that.
Thank you, sir.
The button. You get first dibs at cup, but I hope you pick.
You want the Coke one, don't you?
Well, Budweiser versus cup. Okay. Oh, and the Bud ones.
Yeah. The Bud ones have the.
Well, we
Looks
each
like
get
it's only 16
okay.
cents, by the
Jay,
way.
since it's your sport, you get 2.
Wait, we got England v Belgium.
Ooh.
The cups
What's
have
the-
actual like.
This one,
The-
England
Huh,
v
that's
v
crazy.
Belgium.
Are those?
Wow, these are badass.
Let's do
dude.
this. Which one's the shittiest? We'll give that one to Isis. Probably just
What are the bottoms?
this
Like? I wonder if
general
the
round
bottoms
of
are those-
16, July 1st.
What's
I
going
don't
on the
care.
bottoms, dude?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder
There's
if those
something-
fast.
Oh, dude.
Are those? Let me see. Does it got the?
They're locking or something.
Oh, never mind. There's this cool new fucking thing where people. I don't think this is it though. Where people can fill beers like super fucking fast. 'cause
That's
they
probably what this is, dude.
because they have these like magnet things on the bottom. If the beer like comes
Looks
up from
like
the
it.
top.
You get 2, Jay. Pick your 2.
Take England v Belgium.
God damn it.
Bam.
So you got both the coolest
Yeah,
ones, and
pretty much.
E and I just get the.
Kinda.
I
You know,
don't even care.
see, being a soccer fan always benefits you, dude. It's bullshit.
Thank you, Wasik.
This is a very thick and hearty cup, too.
It is indeed.
This is no just throwaway beer cup. My
Glad Brent made it back safely.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. Joe Walsh, I mentioned him, not the guitarist, the former Illinois congressman.
Just an ordinary average guy.
Sure. He was in the video we were watching where it's like, you know, the Sacha Baron Cohen. The show premiered last night at midnight. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the whole thing, but we're starting to get more information because you and I were wondering when we watched that video about, you know, what was it? Kindergardians they were trying to promote where you'd start hooking up a 3-year-old. And the reason you start at age 3, if you watch that whole video, is because the terrible twos is not the place you want to start a child with a gun.
Right.
And the guy
Need
that
him
he
to
was
be more
talking
mature.
to, yeah, the guy that he was talking to fully agreed with that. That the terrible twos are that for a reason, and that's not when you want to put a firearm in a child's hand. But at age 3, they're about ready. And so we were like, how do you convince these smart? Obviously, you know, you can hate Sarah Palin all you want, you can hate Joe Walsh, but you don't get to, you know, leadership levels that they've gotten to by being a total moron. It just doesn't happen. Really?
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Anyway, so yesterday we were speculating, like, dude, how would you get them to fucking read this teleprompter where they're just saying asinine shit? And so he's described more what went on to make that possible and why he was so pissed. Well, it turns out he's like a proponent for Israel. And so they had come up with this they flew him to D.C. to present him with an award for his service to Israel and blah, blah, blah. And he's got the trophy. They gave him this big glass
Yeah.
trophy with his name on it, all this
Etched.
stuff. Etched. It was
Beautiful.
etched. Be gorgeous. And they do a full interview with him, and it all about Israel and guns and this and that. And then at the end of this, you know, this big celebration for him and dinner. They've gone to great lengths to sell this.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're like, you know, we're working on some other things over here, and one of them includes, and they pull out this story, fake story, but he doesn't know it's from Israel. You know, they're like, you know, this is where the program started because we train. You know, there's been so much violence in the country. We've started training younger people, and here's how it works. And there was a gunman that came into his school, and a 4-year-old disarmed him and was able to hold him at bay until authorities were there.
With a gunnimal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was with a gun
A gunny rabbit.
No, because the terrorist that came in didn't have a gunny rabbit.
True.
But this 4-year-old was able to do it, and he was like, "Wow, this is remarkable," you know. And
Incredible program.
he thought he was doing a promotional thing for
Plus,
them.
there's that level of believability because Israel is under attack all the time, and they have to be on such the defensive. So it would maybe click in your brain like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, they take things pretty extreme over there.
Right.
Different kind of program.
Different kind of thing. But who am I? They're presenting me with this great award. They've flown me here to D.C. to honor me. And he was talking about how, you know, this is one of the products they said they'd invented. And they had me read about this 4-year-old child who, when the terrorists entered, he somehow grabbed the gun and held the terrorists at bay. And that was an example how the Israelis train and arm preschool kids on how to use firearms. And boy, shouldn't we do that in America? He did say, as I read it, I thought, well, this is kind of crazy, but it is Israel, and Israel is strong on defense. So
And they did stroke me here by buying me dinner and giving me an award.
yeah, and flying me first
Right? Isn't that part
class.
of the point?
Oh,
like, lobbyists
totally.
have you in your back pocket, right?
Yes. And so while I still would think, you know, when he says stuff like, you know, in less than a month, the first grader can become a first grenader. You know, we'll teach you in mortars. And it's like, dude, like at some point you'd be like,
Yeah, as you're reading this, are you thinking at all, my man?
yeah. And he's like, look, listen, Sacha Baron Cohen is funny as shit. You know, I get it. He duped me. I'll watch it. The point of this is to make you say ridiculously stupid shit. And he got me, you know, and we're all going to look really damn stupid. I don't know
Yeah.
what the other politicians said or did, but, you know, we're going to look stupid. And I can laugh along with it, but, you know, I just wanted you to know it wasn't just like, hey, read this. And,
Right.
and you know, the way it comes off on the show. Did he you, I'm sure you didn't, JC. You don't have Showtime.
I don't have Showtime.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, one of us will have to get that and
I know.
figure
Yeah.
out what that's all about.
The
whether
free
it's like-
trial?
yeah.
Because they are doing a free trial right now. Yeah, maybe I can sign up for that and check it out. But because I do want to see it. I've heard
Yeah.
the other parts of it are not nearly as strong. Like that's the one we watched is the
Yeah.
one that is like, holy shit, that's what we want to see. But I don't know. I still find him hilarious. I guess one of the bits he plays like this guy that was in prison, ex-con, but he's an artist, and but all he could do to make his art was using, you know, bodily fluids because he didn't have access to anything, and so he's made paintings and drawings out of shit and whiz, and he's got this uber liberal fucking gallery person like in
Yeah.
Huntington Beach,
Right.
California.
Just like, oh my
He's like,
goodness.
oh, this is gorgeous. Yeah. No, I see it. And he gets her to, like, on camera, cut off some of her pubes to add to his painting.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And people are like, it's disgusting and not funny. I'm like, nah, that's actually kind of hilarious. Kind of hilarious. Yeah, and then he plays like a uber liberal douche in another one where he's talking to these people, and it's like, yeah, we're just, you know, he's like extreme. He's talking to these Trump supporters and talking about how, you know, you did be open to other things. You know, for instance, my wife, you know, has a sexual relationship with a dolphin, and it works well for us. And they're just like, uh-huh. So I don't know. Sounds like something you would watch, right, E?
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah, me
does.
too. I'll be honest with you. Razor Ray Emery, former goalie. Did you guys remember Razor?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you see he passed away
I
over the
did.
weekend? He drowned.
Lake Ontario, right?
Yeah. He played 11 years in the NHL. Took the, what was it, the Senators to the finals in 07. And then won a cup as a backup in 2013 with Chicago.
Okay.
When the Blackhawks won it. His body was recovered just before 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Hamilton police said the cause of death will be confirmed after postmortem. I'm going to guess drowning.
Is it like a boating accident or just swimming or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swimming, yep.
Yeesh.
Yeah, part of 11 seasons with the Senators, the Flyers, the Blackhawks, and the Ducks. Outstanding teammate, extremely gifted goaltender, said Flyers president Paul Holmgren. His talent, work ethic, and determination helped him enjoy a 11-year career. He battled, and I didn't know this, a vascular necrosis. That was the hip disorder that took Bo Jackson out
Oh, really?
of the game. Yeah, remember that
Sure.
tackle? I think he was playing the Bengals and literally grabbed him by the leg and pulled his hip out of placement. He was never the same after that.
Except on Tecmo Bowl. He dominated
Oh
Tecmo
my
Bowl
God!
the entire
never know.
time.
You'd never even know that he had a vascular necrosis. You wouldn't even notice. Throughout his career, he dealt with a few off-ice problems. They can't help but throw these in there, right?
Oh,
these.
jeez. Oh.
Just in case.
Telling the
anyone-
man's story, right?
I mean,
I mean, well, this is his story.
career,
and-
he's dead. I mean, it's part of his story in case anyone wants to see it. Just
Why?
this here, just a reminder, really quick. It was a little bit of a road rage incident, assault of a trainer in Russia, a little bit of behavior issues that led him to be sent home from Ottawa's training camp.
Yeah, those goaltenders, you know.
Yeah,
Wacky dudes.
black guy playing hockey. Black goaltenders. I'm not in any way going to make a joke about black guy swimming. Anything like that.
Of course. I
It's
would
just-
never expect that out of you.
Inappropriate and all that stuff. Plus, he's proven to be good on water,
Well, frozen.
frozen water. But
It was
not-
his hometown too, Hamilton,
Hamilton,
Ontario.
All right, Hamilton. Just 35. That's awful.
Yeah.
It's a terrible story. Yeah. Anyway, throwing those in there. By the way, it was a road rage incident.
Why is that in the
Road
story?
incident.
Like, honestly, when you
Because
really
just like
think
Jay
about
said,
it, like,
they're filling out the story.
But
Excuse
why?
me, to Jay's
How is that
point.
filling up the story? Like, you think about it, like,
Because they're fucking scumbags. E.
I know, but it's just like,
let's be
it's
honest.
a terrible story about a dude dying at 35 in the water.
It's part of the record, though, and some lazy journalist is, instead of going and talking to family members
Like, I
and
wanna-
shit
you know,
and
I
actually
wanna
writing
read-
a story about the guy, they're just pulling up
I wanna
whatever's
read the
available
article.
on Bing.
Dude, I was
understand,
just
but-
gonna say it's either it would have
a
in the
quick
past
Bing
been a microfiche thing where it's like, now they can just Bing and it's like, well, I'm just filling out my story. How many years did he play in the NHL?
Yeah.
What was his goal save percentage? Did he have a shot at the
Did he play-
at the
Oh,
Hall of
look-
Fame?
well, look at this. Well, look at-
whoa. Almost forgot about that road
see,
rage incident in '94.
I want to read the article. Like, I don't even understand how you even transition into. I don't even get why it goes there. And he, honestly, I know why it does, but I mean, like, you're typing this out and
In
you're thinking
fairness
this
to
is
Emery
okay.
encountered some obstacles during his career in 1994.
Right. We're not passing judgment. We're just,
Yeah.
we don't want to ignore this as if it
And you may
didn't
even
happen.
pose it as Emery overcame obstacles, E.
Great
Right?
point.
Of course.
Like if E does something successful in defense of them, aren't we kind of guilty of the same shit? Where if E does something good, it's like he raised $60,000 for charity.
Yeah, well, fuck him.
Yeah, but don't forget
he
he
smelled
did,
his butthole.
He smells his butthole regularly, and he's not opposed to eating animal shit.
He's not.
He's done that. We drop that in there all the time. So
That's a little different to me.
if I was writing an article about you, I would include all those parts about you too.
But I think you could make an argument. Like, for me, this part of my life, if you were telling me, you could not tell my life story without the idea that I've eaten shit and stuff. This guy, you could tell this life story.
what a statement. But it's true.
It's true.
It's kind of true.
I think that's
No, you've moved on from that, E. You've done enough since then. You've pooped on driveways. You've done all sorts
okay,
of dumb
but
shit. You don't have to include eating animal shit anymore.
Did you see the bowl too of the rabbit shit, or was it the horse or the rabbit that had little like grass
Yeah, it was
strands in
rabbit.
it? Was it rabbit? Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be horse. You know how big a horse shit is, dude. You could.
You ate horse shit though.
I know, but a horse shit in a bowl would be like, having a potato in a bowl or something. I don't know.
Right.
I don't hate him, but I just don't think he's that good.
I don't know. I just like, to me, I know it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But I would love to talk to the people that write these. Like, I'd love to honestly meet this dude and be like, how do you justify this in this article? It's so ridiculous. What would he? I know he would.
Part of his story.
I
yeah.
know.
And
Just reminding
again,
people where they might remember him from.
to Jay's point, I hate to give you two bells in a row, Jay, but I mean, if you laid it out there like the obstacles that E overcame in his life as someone who went through not one but 2 8th grades and had no friends his entire life, was forced to eat bowls of rabbit and horse shit just to make friends.
You can posture it in a positive way, right?
You're dropping in all these horrible things. This is a man who sniffed his own butthole, barely wipes his own ass after
Okay, but that's me.
defecations,
talking
after
about a-
movements.
and even with all that, he achieved so much.
Here
So
he is
much.
today, and he's done so much. He
producing the Detroit Cast
Yeah.
podcast.
Exactly.
He-
Producing a.
he raised all this money for charity, which is a great thing. Of course, he had to go back to eating, drinking his own piss to do it, but nonetheless, so you can have all those horrible things about you in the story.
I don't understand, but this is a 35-year-old man who was on a Stanley Cup team. His road rage issues, I suppose, does not have anything to do with this story.
Yeah, and he's not here to defend himself anymore.
And that's the thing; he's dead. I mean,
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Presumably by drowning. That's what it sounds like. Did you hear about this co-pilot vaping in the plane, the Air China plane? China. Yeah, he was. The plane made like an emergency descent because it lost so much oxygen and cabin pressure due to pilot error. He was. I guess they have a system, that shuffles the air around the cabin, and he's like, "Oh, don't want that. It's going to shuffle my vape smoke through the cabin."
Yeah.
And so he's trying to
Flipped it
willy-nilly flip that system off. He flips off the oxygen instead, and so the pilot doesn't know this, and he's just the co-pilot's just vaping away, not thinking anything, and all of a sudden the plane is just like in a nosedive, trying to get to lower levels to get oxygen levels right.
Yeah, the things would have fallen down right then.
The masks came down.
Yeah.
People are flipping their shit. Dropped 20,000 feet. 20,000
The
feet.
ill-fitting masks, those masks that are basically cups.
Yeah, have you put those on before?
I never have, but I've seen people do it. It doesn't look comfortable in any way.
No. Do you pay attention to the lady doing the thing too?
No.
When she's like,
Come on.
she's got that rubber band and she puts it around her neck, but she never really puts it on her face. It's just like,
You're right.
you know what
So
I
he's
mean?
holding it back.
She puts the vest on and you pull the things here.
Yeah.
And
The thing on that honestly seems not the most pointless to me, but like in a real situation, if you land in water, they're like in the in the off
Unlikely.
chance, that's it. Unlikely chance that we land in the water. Your
Yeah,
life
we're
preserver,
fucking flying to North Carolina. Or
right,
something.
right.
Yeah.
Your swimming vest will inflate itself, and if it does not, then you gotta get that hose and start blowing, and it's like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
the amount of shit that would be happening, like, if that thing doesn't blow up itself, dude, there's no way. There's fucking fire everywhere. I'm in the water and shit. I'm gonna be blowing my own thing open.
Don't forget, you have to inflate women and children first, too. So
Actually, I think with the mask anyway, they tell you should make sure to get your own mask on before helping others.
Yeah.
But-
so
You're
you
right.
can help them more.
right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I might blow my own mask up and then just be like, oh, crazy. I don't know.
Could you imagine what a bummer it would be, though, to survive not just the plane crash and the water landing, but then go down and drown because you couldn't fucking blow up your own inflatable Like, dude, that would be an embarrassing story.
while being eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
I also love that they have to if you're in that row, you have to verbally tell them that yes, you will help with the
Oh,
door.
it's so worth it, though. Who doesn't want to be in that role?
I know. I love the
Do
row.
you?
Oh, you get double the leg room.
Yes.
Yeah, I want you in that role, but if we start going down, if we start spiraling, I'm out of that seat because I don't want the responsibility of acting.
Dude, they're not going to be able to
having
come
kick
back
that
later.
door
It's not like a
open.
legal contract where they can be like, Mike Walters didn't really help open the door. Just because you tell the sky waitress
Dude,
that
it
yes,
doesn't
I
matter.
will.
Perception is reality, and public opinion matters. If the story comes out that while we legally can't prosecute him, we probably could have saved a good 30% more of these victims in here had Mr. Walters.
So you want nowhere near that row? Are you being
Oh, I
serious?
want to be in that row. I don't want to be the guy.
Well, then you're going to be on
kicking the-
record as in that row.
Yeah, but I want you at the seat.
You're
where
going to
you
be on
gotta-
record as in that row, man.
okay, I wanna
If that's
be
the case,
in
then
the
you're
row
going to be,
behind
to
it.
your point, you're going to be blamed for it in ensuing media reports.
Right, but if I'm in the row behind it just sitting there, well, yeah, then I don't get the leg room. Fuck. I just kind of hope my plane doesn't go down. And I don't have to deal with this. You know what I mean?
That's it right there.
That's a bummer. It really is. One of the guys, they finally figured out and went, oh, he flipped the wrong switch. Turn back on. And they turned it back on. They were able to go ahead to their destination. But that's not enough for Hobie's son. Hobie's son is one of the passengers. I'm not physically hurt, but the psychological impact of ringers. When I close my eyes, I see oxygen mask dangling in front of me.
It ringers.
It does ringer. Is that him?
I think so.
Look at the ill-fitting mask.
Yeah. It doesn't look comfortable at
No,
all.
I can't believe he has his glasses over it.
He sure does.
You know?
Stylish pair, too. He's trying to take away from something else going on there. but-
Tortoise rims.
It's a rather large
Cranium. Forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Still
changing
hanging
the
on.
subject, isn't he?
A little bit. He's got bushy eyebrows, but not much going on in that hair department. But he is sans wrinkle. When you look at that forehead,
Oh.
this is a man with a wrinkleless forehead.
He looks buttered.
Good point.
It does look like a bust almost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like someone has built that.
Beautifully done.
It is. I mean, it'd be
Must be getting
nicer.
all 8 hours, no stress, I guess.
I just want to pet his
Don't you?
forehead. Yeah.
You want to lick it almost.
Kinda.
I kind of want to lick it. There is not a wrinkle to be found in that son of a bitch's head. Wow. Good for him. Maybe he's happy about going bald to show off his wrinkleless forehead. You know? Anyway, I don't know if that's Hobie's son or if that's the pilot. Oh, that's Hobie's son.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually
what I'm saying.
him.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's actually him.
Sorry, I thought you got that already.
Yeah, I see oxygen mask dangling in front of me when I close my eyes.
It ringers.
It ringers for him. Poor guy. The other story too. Did you see the? We're going to Japan, and we're going to spend a little bit of time in Asia. Did you see the oldest hotel? Did you see that fucking story, dude?
No.
How old do you think the oldest hotel is in the world?
Oh man, 400 years.
Isn't that's what I would think. How about 705 AD? That is over 1,300 years old. It's been run by the same family the entire time. Yeah. 52 generations of this Japanese family have run this fucking hotel. The Nishiyama Onsen Kinkan hot spring hotel in Japan.
Almost looks inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright.
It does have a Lloyd Wrightian look to it. Very much so.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Doesn't look a day over 30.
Yeah. 30 AD. It's got a so the inn was founded by Fujiwara Mahito 1,300 years ago. Is taken care of by all of the 52 descendants of him, of Mr. Mahito. Boy, oh boy, you think some piece of
Yeah,
shit
you're the guy who's just
somewhere.
like, I don't want to run a hotel,
Dude,
Dad.
all I
I
know-
don't want to.
Like, dude, I have dreams too,
I
man.
want to be an actor.
I'm gonna be an actor. I'm gonna show you, Dad. I don't want to run your fucking hot springs inn, man. And it's like that's the only son born to the, you know what I mean?
It's
And the
remarkable.
chain and
52 generations.
Yep. They talk a lot about how they've got free Wi-Fi. Now, I don't think that was like going back to the beginning. They had free Wi-Fi.
That's awesome, though. That pond.
Yeah.
Is that a koi pond or is that a dipping pool?
That is a natural hot spring. They get
Wow.
all their hot
Wow.
water. They're at the base of this mountain, and all their hot springs are what drew people in. And they've got high ranking politicians that have stayed there.
Sure.
Samurais have stayed there over the years.
I imagine every type of person ever has stayed there over 13.
Probably. That's probably safe to
Name
safe
a
to
type
say.
of person. It's stayed
Fireman?
there. For sure.
You think so?
For sure.
$450 a night. $450 a night.
Hasn't always been that way.
That's true, but yeah. So you think it's safe to say that soccer players have stayed there?
Oh.
Athletes of
Oh.
all sorts, of all ilks. The spring, they say the natural hot spring in the water has properties of sodium, calcium, nitrate, and chloride spring. The hot spring has effects on gastrointestinal disorders, muscle pain, and constipation. What is purpose of your visit today? Can't shit or bound up? Please have a bath in our hot spring. Is it something about that though? Like these, they're famous for their baths. Their hot spring bath. It's like, ooh, it's got 4 baths in this area,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I just see
No, thank you.
gross people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Not interested.
you know what I mean? Like, give me the tea. I'll try the cuisine. I'll enjoy the free Wi-Fi, but I don't know that I want to be hanging out in a hot tub, samurai. and-
No.
You know what I mean? Every other Tom, Dick, and Harry that rolls through the fine place.
Probably not.
Yeah. And then I wanted to try this with you, and it sounds like it's a bad idea. Staying in Japan, a Japanese worker, manufacturing plant died after he's joking around with a coworker. You know how guys are.
Horseplay.
Yeah. And blasted wind from an air compressor up his bottom. Yeah. And the victim, Akihu Ishimaru,
Killed him, huh?
complained he was feeling unwell within minutes, was taken to the hospital where he succumbed. He succumbed. The 34-year-old colleague, Yoshiyuki Yoshida, was arrested, telling police, I didn't think he could possibly die from such an ill-fated prank. The pair were clowning around, as boys are known to do. The boys will clown.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah, that's a popular statement for a reason. They were doing a little bit of clowning around when he took the pipe of the air compressor and poked the man between the buttocks on the outside of the jeans. He did not insert into the anal.
Really?
Yeah, he did not go into the rectum itself
That killed him, huh?
and just poof. Yeah,
For how long? How long do you hold it there?
I don't know.
Well, that's the key, you know? You're just
Yeah.
talking a quick puff, or are we talking like a 4-minute puff?
No, I think because I don't think you could get a 4-minute puff, not without some help.
Hold them down, 4-minute puff. I don't.
Yeah.
I could see that doing damage, but just walking by, puff.
This is old, but I actually did see this just recently for some reason surface. I think some guy drinking a beer while some professional air compressor is. I don't.
Does this go well? It's got to smoke too.
It's like a wind tunnel. Look at his body.
Oh my god!
The loose skin on his body.
Look, You would never see two chicks doing this. You know what I mean?
It's a guy thing, for
this
sure.
is exclusive.
Hey, we got this big air compressor. Why don't we?
He starts with glasses on and glasses.
He's got stuff to protect
Ear
his
protection.
ears too. Yeah.
Look at his titties.
You want to know how we know that trans thing is just a. You know what I mean?
Yeah, biological.
Yeah. This is exclusively a males only gig. I mean, I'm shocked that there was the one chick that put her head in the tailpipe of that truck.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, so yeah, they say the.
I'm picturing just a little air nozzle though, off an air compressor.
Well,
I'm
it's
not
got.
picturing whatever that was.
Well, they said that he took the pipe of an air compressor. So imagine it's one of those metal pipes with
wand.
the clip on the end, kind of like my
Sure.
power washer, right? Because some of those, I've got an air compressor upstairs, and it's just got a coily, thing, and you can stretch out, whatever. But they say he pushed it up against the anus, over the clothing, not directly into the cavity, and just. And they said that they suspect that air released into the body and damaged the victim's lungs. Where are the lungs? Like, aren't those like they always do
Yes. You
like-
just demonstrate your lungs just then
Yeah.
when you went.
But they whenever they check my lungs, they're not down by my butthole or anything, like where they're like, okay, breathe in, and it's like they're right on this cheek and then that cheek, and you're going like they're always way up here. So how does that damage his lungs from a puff of air? I don't get it. But anyway, they say the forcibly injecting an air compressor into a person's bottom is not entirely uncommon. The Asia Times reported noting several incidents in recent years. Back in March, a 40-year-old Indian factory worker died from internal hemorrhaging and organ damage when a fellow worker inserted an air compressor hose into his rectum when he picked up an item from the floor. Got it into the rectum. The blast prompted, and I'm quoting, howls of laughter from colleagues. But the man, Ravinder didn't find. He stumbled.
Sadly,
collapsed.
we lost Ravinder.
Yeah, and never recovered. I made one notation in here. The blast prompted howls of laughter from colleagues. I changed
Male
it.
colleagues.
The blast prompted howls of laughter from male colleagues.
Yeah.
Women would not find that as hilarious as we would. Holy shit. Oh, man. And then, you know those Chinook helicopters?
Yeah.
Those things are dope, dude. Did you see the life-saving maneuver trying to save a guy from committing suicide on the Oregon Mountain?
Tell me about it.
Dude, do you have that video, E?
Yeah.
This is incredible. These things are amazing, man. So it was used to carry out a dramatic rescue.
Here, I'll just start playing it because this is the long actual video. So
Okay.
if you can, I mean,
Is there audio to it, E?
not in mine. I mean, I saw news reports, but this is the only one I saw that was.
Just to stop a suicide?
Yeah. So a guy,
Pretty dramatic spot to commit suicide, huh?
Where was he going to do it?
well,
Was
there's
he
lots of places you could do it.
Maybe
Watch
he-
this, though, Jay. Like, he plants the ass end of this plane into the snow so that they can open the
rotorcraft.
back. The rotorcraft, yeah. He, like, swung this thing around and
Yeah.
dipped its ass down so they could open the thing. And they were able to save this guy. It was 27-year-old. He, this is Mount Hood. It's Oregon's tallest mountain. And he said he had climbed the mountain because he wanted to commit suicide. 6 rescuers are up there with him. The Chinook arrived about 3 o'clock on Friday. Can be seen at an altitude. That's 11,000 feet. That's how high we were when we jumped from the plane,
Yeah.
wasn't it? About 11,000 feet. Hovering in the air above Mount Hood. He slowly descended where climbers and the rescue team are waiting for his arrival. The pilot spins around, performs this maneuver. These guys are ducking to avoid the blades. They go up and save this dude. The Chinook delivered the the climber to a baseball field in Oregon, and he was transported to a hospital. The climber called 911 to say he'd intended to commit suicide during this ascent, but then changed his mind. Come on, man. And
Thereby
some-
costing the government, I don't know, $5 billion
right,
to rescue him.
Right.
Ridiculous.
It's a gorgeous sight, though.
It is.
They
wish
said-
I had more context. I wish we could pan out from that.
Yeah. Dude, like, look at what's going
Yeah,
on with
no, I
that
know.
plane. Like, it's incredible.
Rotorcraft, Mike. It's not a plane.
I know. Well, it's a rotorcraft plane. That's what they call
No, it's not. It's a helicopter.
it. They said, you have no idea how dangerous this
Yeah.
time of year is on this mountain to be climbing it, let alone trying to fucking back an airplane into the mountain.
Rotorcraft.
Yeah, that rotorcraft airplane. into the side of a mountain like that. They said because it warms up and it's just like a avalanche of rocks and melting snow. Look at that, Jay. There you go.
Overall picture.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so the rotorcraft
Beautiful.
guy is like, right
Yeah, man.
there, the tippity top. All that work to get all the way up there to commit suicide?
Quite an ascent.
By the way, for confidential help, you call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-8255.
And I'm Conrad Bain.
Hi, I'm Conrad Bain. And tonight's very special episode of Different Strokes. Hi, I'm Brandon Tartikoff, president of NBC.
Ah, that's right.
Remember Brandon
Yeah,
Tartikoff?
absolutely.
That was the tonight's very special episode of Saved by the Bell. Was that when Jessie took those pills to make her stay awake, and she was, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. And they were like,
To study for the test.
To study for the final
I never
exams.
saw it, but I can imagine where that goes.
Hi, I'm Mr. T, and I pity the fool that's thinking about suicide.
Dude, speaking of suicide, you hear about this dude in Florida who faked his murder? No, listen to this. Palm Beach Gardens police began investigating the death of Alan Abramson as a homicide. His body was found with a bullet wound to his chest in a field near his country club home in Palm Beach. Abramson, known to carry $200 to $300 in cash, had no cash in his wallet. His watch was missing. Police, who found no weapon or shell casings, began searching for suspects. They did find a pair of small scissors. Keep that in mind, Mike.
Okay.
A $3,000 reward drew no leads. As time went on, police had more questions about what really happened to the well-loved man. Surveillance video obtained a few days after the death shows Abramson's last moments wearing a long-sleeve sweatshirt, blah, 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 walking off camera. Something was in his left hand. About 37 minutes passed, then a gunshot is heard. What happened during those 37 minutes? An email found on Abramson's phone suggested he bought a weather balloon on Christmas Day of last year, a purchase none of his friends could explain. Didn't have an interest in aerial photography or meteorology. He also purchased helium tanks. In February, police
Wait a
entertained
minute.
the idea that Abramson's death might have been a suicide. The working theory became he tied a gun to a string, attached it to the weather balloon, and once the shot was fired, the balloon carried the weapon away from the scene.
What?
Although the theory seemed far-fetched, it was plausible, police report states. Blood stain on Abramson's sweatshirt appeared to support the claim. A long, thin line of blood had traveled up, indicating that something was in the blood and dragged across the top of his shirt. Investigators dug deep to find any evidence of a case like this in the past. What they found, a CSI Las Vegas episode from 2003 showing a character who staged a homicide by tying a gun to the helium-filled balloon, and the weapon was carried from the scene. This
Dude.
son of a bitch, he typed and voice searches found on Abramson's phone also revealed he had searched ways to commit suicide and guns, various ways a weather balloon could assist. This dude committed suicide but wanted to make it look like a murder so that they could get the insurance proceeds, his wife and family.
Really?
That's something, huh?
Wow.
But you can't Bing search that shit. That's
No,
the first
like,
thing they're going to
dude,
do. It was
people
like,
are
I
so
give him some
dumb.
credit, you know? It wasn't.
Yeah,
it
he's
was
trying.
a good idea. Although he relied heavily on a 2003 episode of CSI, but you cannot Bing this shit. And if
Yeah.
you do, you got to do it from a library or something.
Yeah, we've seen this with the Pigman, how much trouble he got into using the Bing machine.
Oh my God.
But if you're going to do the suicide thing, yeah, like how many murders have gone down like that? It's like, dude, you cannot walk into a hardware store, buy rope, duct tape,
No.
and
And a
fucking
hatchet.
plastic gloves and bleach and a hatchet.
Talking about a pig man. I walked into the wrong room and there he was.
A pig man.
A pig man, half pig, half man.
I mean, you just can't have that shit in your
gotta lock it down.
You got to lock it down. Can you not get? I mean, can we not get life insurance that stipulates? Look, if I end up, it comes to a
Suicide,
horrible end,
whatever.
like there's got to be a way where it's like, okay, if I file this claim 3 days after I applied for this and it was a suicide, fine. I barely made my first payment into the insurance policy, and now I'm asking you to give my family $3 million. But after a year, 2 years,
Yeah, imagine your premium would be through the roof, Mike, for something like that.
what if we got that up? Could we get that on paper though? Like I probably won't do it, but in the unlikely
Sure,
event
you
that I
pay
do,
$1 million a year in premium. They'd probably do it for
really,
you.
that's
Yeah.
bullshit. Because I've told them I probably won't. It's unlikely. I mean, I don't know what more you can.
Can't
ask
trust a
for.
man's word. What can you trust?
My word is my bondy.
Strong as oak.
Right.
Absolutely strong as oak. Kush love. Kush. Damn song you were singing about. Anyway, let's take a quick time out. I finally have a look at the coupon, the CVS coupon. We were trying to discuss
Yeah.
that horribly racist incident You know, you had
Store manager was fired today. See that?
He was.
Both managers were.
Oh, the
Yeah.
poor shaky hand
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. Well, he was white, and he took issue with a black.
They're doing him
customer.
a favor. You don't want to be a manager at CVS.
I know.
Yeah. Does that translate? I mean, he can go
Close
over to-
that chapter. Move on, my man.
I mean, he's certainly qualified for anything Walgreens has to offer,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
absolutely.
It's not the end of the world. So, see, one closed door is the opportunity of another open door somewhere. I think that's how that's.
That's
Exactly how it goes.
As one door closes, another door swings open for you in life, and you'll be fine at Walgreens. So anyway, I was dying to know what the coupon said, though, and I finally have some information on that. You were speculating it was diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a few items that,
Okay.
that would qualify, so we'll get into that more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
All right, welcome back. Detroitcast with Mike and Jay. And some other things to get to. While we were doing the show here, Jay, I don't know if you knew, but they've announced tomorrow is, as you know, obviously a huge day around here, is World Emoji Day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they've announced the new emojis that are coming out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I love emojis.
I've still never used one.
You haven't?
Ever.
See, your phone has, though, because
My phone has
Dude.
definitely used them. Tiny girl.
Tiny girl, me and Little Princess.
Overuses them.
Oh,
They're
she
little
hasn't-
sweet pie.
Sweet Pie has not sent me a good text in a while, but
Yeah.
they're always just so,
Emoji filled.
like I'm trying to decipher. It's like breaking code. It's like Morse code.
Hieroglyphs.
Yeah, it's like, what is she saying? What is she saying with that right now?
The weepy eye, then the smiley face.
It just doesn't
And then
make
the poop.
sense.
Poop, poop, poop.
Poop, 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 which is
Poopity
hilarious.
scoop.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. So you can't tell if someone's just got fat thumb and buttons or if there's a story
Yeah.
going on here.
Fireworks, rainbows, unicorns.
Yeah, I love it. I loves it. You want to see some of the newest? They're including bald. The bald is getting represented.
Is that right?
This time around, yeah. Look
Ha.
at that.
Bald chicks and bald dudes.
Yep. Bald chicks. And then you got curly hair.
Kind of
I guess-
look like those Wii, the people you make on Wii. or used
Oh
to make on
yeah,
Wii.
yeah.
The bald ones,
The
at
bald
least.
ones, sure. Before you add hair to them.
Mm-hmm.
Curly hair. I noticed they're only doing that with the black, and that is a very black face and mustache on the right,
Wow.
isn't it?
Is a dark-skinned man.
Yep. And then we've got red hair. Is that red hair really? Bringing the gingers into the mix.
Auburn.
Gray hairs. Cupcakes.
Wow. It's about time.
Sweet Pie's going to be using the
It's
cupcakes.
about goddamn time. And then the party hat smiley.
Party hat smiley, sure.
Pleading. Oh, I like that. The pleading
Yeah.
eyes.
Is that pleading eyes? Oh, there's a roo coming. We're getting a roo. Get out of there. Look at that poop.
Is that the
like
first
this.
marsupial to be added?
I guess.
There's animals, though.
They don't have a kangaroo yet? That's outrageous.
Did they? Hold on. Did they
Who's
go a
they,
little
by the way?
overboard on the feet? Yeah, I understand the roo's feet are extraordinary,
Yeah.
but what about those talons,
By
man?
the way,
what
who
is
is
go-
they? Is this just iPhone?
Apple,
I mean,
yeah.
okay.
The only phone that matters. Yeah, the talon. What is going on with
Right.
that? It's like someone knew how to draw a kangaroo up to this
I
point
know.
and then winged it.
They're like,
I
jeez,
don't
ugh.
know. A giant toenail? Is that what it is? I think it's a giant toenail. And they
I
went,
mean,
good enough,
You're
Bill.
missing to me. You have to have an obvious pouch.
Yeah,
don't you,
man,
in a
that's what makes
the
kangaroo?
roo.
Like that's.
Are the fingernails accurate as well?
I know.
Like,
It's almost like they took they took a Tyrannosaurus Rex hand and foot.
Yeah.
And added them to a kangaroo.
And is the tail long enough?
Boy.
It's an emoji, dude. These are so small.
I know. I'm just saying, but
You're already looking at something that's, I don't know, 5 to 10 times bigger than you're gonna see it.
well,
All right, what's next?
we know
Lettuce?
it's a roux.
Lettuce? Really?
Lettuce.
Did we need lettuce?
We had heads of lettuce. What is this? A stalk?
I guess.
Is this a lettuce stalk?
Lobster? Okay.
It seems obvious. Superheroes?
Whoa.
Look at that.
Do they have Gleek? Is there any Gleek? Or is
I don't
it just
know.
like a boy and a girl superhero?
It's just very, very blonde white people with Robin like masks on. You know?
Bingo.
Didn't we learn anything from Black Panther?
Yeah, exactly. What, blacks can't be superheroes now?
That the
Well, I'm
mango?
sure that
Did
you
we
can
need a
pick
mango?
it. I'm sure you just pick that thing and then it gives you just slide.
Yeah, but it
along.
gives you white, and then it's like, oh, by the way, as an afterthought, if you need to darken it up,
I don't know that
fine.
yellow is not white, by the way.
It represents white. Mango?
Mooncake. What's a mooncake?
I don't even know what a mooncake is.
That's what it is, right there.
He's had enough.
I don't know. That's not true. I love emojis. I'm
Ooh,
just.
an evil eye. I don't know that evil eye, really? It doesn't look very evil.
Ah, the parrot.
Yeah, the parrot. Oh, they got a cockery going.
I
Peacocks.
fucking love peacocks.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about.
Well, you got the cock, but not the hen? Really? Really?
We've already probably got the hen. That
Ooh,
bitch probably already
infinity.
exists.
what?
The triple heart
Oh,
smiley.
what? The double heart smiley wasn't enough? We have to triple up on the hearts to
Right.
say how much I love you?
Softball.
Softball.
That's it.
Yeah,
Boy.
chick softball, the yellow one. Looking forward to it. As long as they don't take away my
Poops.
the poops, and I need the crying face, the double tears face.
You need
Becau-
the big black thumb.
I use that. Well, yeah, the big black thumb. Also, the both black fist
What about
bumping.
the fucking eggplant? If you don't have the
Eggplant.
eggplant or the ass, which is
Dude.
the peach, I mean,
I use my go-to, and anybody that texts with me on any sort of consistent level has received my eggplant into the squirting 3 squirt droplets, and then the face with the water all over it, as if I'm coming with a giant black dick on your face.
of course.
Like, I think everybody in my life has gotten that text from me. right?
This thing, the hand thing.
The hand thing, jacking off. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Those are done on purpose, right?
If they're not, I don't know.
There's some tomfoolery being played over there. They know what they're doing at
I
Apple.
use them.
So, CVS, news today, Jay. They fired that white guy with a shaky hand that was denying the black woman, God forbid, a coupon that he didn't recognize. 2 managers and called the cops. Seemed a bit overkilly, but I wanted to know because they made a big deal of pointing out in the title of the story that it was for incontinence.
Yeah.
And so it was like, what is it? Is it a diaper? Is it, what? And so I'm looking at the coupon now, and I know what it was for. And this was free. So she got this coupon.
So it's not a store coupon; it's a manufacturer's coupon.
Right. And so she's able to go into CVS. It says free, bang, CVS brand. And it's not a buy one, get one. It's not a buy one, get one half. This is free. You come in. Now, the max price is $17.99. That's all you can spend. Now, her options were any disposable incontinence product. Okay? So we were wondering what that was. That could be a brief.
Is there a non-disposable incontinence product?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
So would that be one of those cloth diapers that you pin?
Washable.
And washable?
Oh, man.
Don't they do those? They still have those, right? So you've got a brief. I'm assuming that's something you pull up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's okay. We've got also a shield.
Like a panty shield.
Is that something that? Well, if you're dripping, you're dripping. And
God.
so does that stick onto the panty and then becomes a shield?
I reckon.
So what is the difference between a guard and a shield?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Isis.
See, you're the smart one in the room, Jay. I was expecting you to be able to.
Dude,
go,
I don't know anything
"Dude,
about panty liners.
A guard and a shield are 2 totally different products.
No idea.
I don't even.
Underwear,
Okay.
bladder control pad.
I see, guard, shield, bladder control pad. That seems all the same to me.
Liner.
Liner.
It's
Fuck.
It's all the same thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They could have gotten away with using any one of these words and saved a lot of space on this coupon. I mean, unless
so which
we're
one?
missing something.
Which one did she select?
I
Miss
don't know.
Hudson, like the river.
And under pads. Under pads.
That sucks. You're just leaking.
And I'm looking at her, and it's like, she's proud that this story has gone viral. It's like,
Stick
yeah.
this big hefty pad between your legs.
And it's
God.
like, all I can look at Miss Hudson and I'm
It's like a goddamn shin guard. Just huge.
Can I get that in the extra large? You got that in the XXL? Can I get that in the dual XL? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd be like, fuck. I want the story to go viral. Can we not mention what the coupon was for?
Right.
Because it just says you're leaking out of somewhere, and she didn't look old enough to be leaking out of somewhere.
Urethra. Leaky urethra.
Yeah. So I'm hoping for her. Well,
Jesus, do we have a distinction? What did your research find?
I was Googling. It looked like the same. I don't know.
what he does is he Googles the story that I'm actually reading.
No.
And so
yeah.
he gets no more information than me.
true.
It's like, yeah, I see the coupon was
not fucking
was for a
true.
guard or
I
for a
was-
shield.
Not true. I was trying to find the picture of the coupon. I just couldn't
Picture.
find it.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need a picture of the coupon, Isis. We need to know what a shield is versus a guard versus a what?
A brief?
A pad, a brief.
A liner?
Liner. I get the pull-up brief
it's
as a
just-
whole kit
Yeah.
and caboodle.
Diaper. I mean, I call it a diaper. But so if
It looks like, I don't know. This doesn't even say it, but
It's gonna be grim, gentlemen.
what if you're going through your wife's drawer and you just see that? This
Oh,
whatever
God.
this pull-up shield panty thing is, and it's like, oh boy. Wow.
Ah,
Click on something, Isis. This is not getting us
this
anywhere.
isn't.
Isis. He looked up self-defense products. Tiger Lady Claw, for example.
That's where you're gonna get sprays, pepper sprays, and Tiger Lady Claw. You had it there, Isis, about incontinent products for women.
Where? I didn't see it.
Well, you're retarded. Scroll down a little bit. Urinary incontinence products, women's pads. Let's say, so we want to stick with women because she was a woman.
The intimates.
Learn. Intimates, yeah. Boy.
I mean, it's
For some girls, they come in handy at the beginning or end of their period when the
God.
flow is very light. They
Don't
are
say that
much
word.
thinner than pads. So these are panty liners versus pads. So they're thinner than pads. They're available in different sizes to suit different body types and lifestyles.
Wait, body types or
body
regime
types and
sizes?
lifestyles. I love that. Panty liners, just like pads, have a sticky backing and are made of absorbent material. Oh yeah, that's the key.
Yeah.
guard in there. I don't see the guards in here. I didn't see the guards. In
So,
there.
but the thin one you're talking about, Jay, that's just for the the very early and late stages.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Mike, pads come in different shapes and thicknesses and are usually worn during the heaviest period days.
Oh, I didn't need to know that. Can't you just go with that cup? Remember the cup?
The cup.
The
I had
menstrual.
no idea menstrual cups existed before the show.
Is it? No, me either.
A goddamn little cup that gets inserted in there.
You squeeze it, I think,
Dude,
and then you pop that son of a bitch in there, and then it just collects everything
To
for
me,
you.
it looks like just a guard is just a freaking another name for one of these things. That one
Yeah.
of the,
Well
one
put.
Of the, one of the lady things that's. I
It's
don't know,
another name for one of these things.
It's all trying to salvage those panties.
Yeah.
some period.
Yeah. God, I wish they could just stand over a drain and just drain out for a few days and then put your regular thong back on and go about your
Yeah.
business. You know what
It's
I
like
mean?
emptying your oil, right?
Yeah.
So let it drip out into a pan. And then you put a plug back in and then you fill her back up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because nobody needs to see you during that week anyways, for the most part. Not publicly, for sure. You know? So anyway, if we can get a hold of Miss Hudson, though, like the river, flowing like a river. There's a joke in there somewhere. Are you learning any more?
Yeah, I've got what's the difference between incontinence products?
It's a tough word.
Wide range, washable, reusable. Oh God.
Wouldn't washable be technically reusable?
Swim shorts and swim briefs.
Nah,
Wow.
you got to get out of the pool. You got to get out of the pool for a week.
Wearable pads, liners, or guards. These just seem to all be the same thing, man. Pads, liners, guards. Different thicknesses, I guess. Underwear pull-ups.
So, yeah, I got pull-ups. I've seen the babies wear those.
Yeah.
They have the Huggies pull-ups now
I'm a big boy
for the
now.
babies. I'm a big boy now. But when you're talking about different, what did they say? Different body types
Yeah.
and different lifestyle choices. So what are they saying? Like, if you blow that thing out, it's possible to blow that thing out from overuse?
I think maybe lifestyle is like, are you wearing a fucking swimsuit with this thing, or are you just wearing sensible polyester pants?
Yeah, the gray ones.
Right? You can't wear a
The tan
goddamn
ones.
huge, like, shin guard sized pad in a bathing
In a
suit.
thong?
You know,
or
that'd be a
can you?
lifestyle choice.
What if you were wearing a thong and then the
Big pad hanging over the edge.
I bet there's a
Hot.
chick that Pussy Riot would wear those and
Oh,
not care.
God.
Not
Well, here's
care.
the good and the bad about briefs. Make an informed choice. Disposable briefs differ in quality in many ways. And the adage, you get what you pay for, is especially appropriate with these products. Cheap briefs often have noisy, fragile plastic backing that tears easily with unreliable tape closure that may
Wow.
come loose if you're active and cannot be adjusted without damaging the plastic backing. So you're picturing a diaper.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I hope this is represented properly on the Better Business Bureau website.
Quality briefs have a more robust plastic or a noiseless cloth-like covering.
Sure.
And tapes that hold reliably can be fastened and unfastened repeatedly to facilitate using the toilet. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is a
so
mess.
grim.
It's grim, dude. It's stuff that we don't have to worry about, really. I mean,
Yet.
we don't drip.
Yet.
Our dick tips don't tend to drip things unless
Yet.
there's a real problem, you know? And even if it does, it would just become a joke to us. We'd laugh
Yeah,
about
there's
it. You know?
swimwear. God damn it.
You're finding a treasure trove of shit.
Oh,
over
I've
there.
got
way more than you
don't wanna
wanted.
see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Boy, oh boy.
There's a washable panty liner?
Sure. Who was the genius that was like, you know what? This liner I have is fucking awesome. If there was just a way to reuse it.
Dude, a washable waterproof chair pad.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's
Hold
a
on.
washable waterproof chair pad for $24.99.
So you can call shotgun on your own chair and nobody can use it. Wait, so what is this? Like a super absorbent chair that you
Yeah.
can just leak out into?
It's a chair pad, man. You can just leak. It's no problem.
Boy,
Boy. Glad Rags thong panty liner.
sure.
Come on, just
Just
don't
don't
wear
wear
a
it.
thong if that's going on.
Can you not handle 5 days without wearing a thong? Really?
showing your
That's-
ass.
Oh no.
some agreeable music?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this thing's just gonna straddle the inside of the thong, and then you snap it underneath.
Oh no.
Come on.
No.
Do chicks use this?
No, not classy ones.
Glad Rags.
Glad rags.
Jeez.
Holy shit. Oh, there's a test, E, that was coming up next. Why would you bail on that?
I don't.
There was a thong liner pad test coming, and they were going to squirt liquid onto it, preferably red.
Shit, I don't hear. You really want to watch
God,
this?
this is some mysterious
Yeah,
shit.
go ahead. You want to?
Doing a thong liner absorbency test.
What is this, an
So right
8-year-old?
here I have the Always.
Yeah, look at her dirty
thong
cuticles.
Liner, and then I
Oh,
have
look at
the
that.
by Kotex
Gross.
thong
She's
liner.
been digging in there.
Is that actual blood in
Yeah,
there?
this filled up, and it's 1 teaspoon.
Of
So
what?
I'm going to start off with the Always.
Okay,
All
some
right, take out
blue.
this blue ink.
All right, not doing a bad job, I'd say.
Not
Nothing's
terrible.
going outside the lines.
Not yet. She's
Ah,
not coloring
yeah.
outside the
You know
lines.
what?
but
As you can see, it kind of bubbles up on top.
Yes, as we can see.
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah,
it
boy,
sets
So
it
that's
in.
going to be rubbing along the
So-
regime.
yeah, you're just.
Ugh. All right, well, let's see what this new fandangled thing does.
Teaspoon.
This thing looks
It's gonna be
aerodynamic.
for
does.
the U-by
Yeah,
Kotex.
this is from the future.
If you're going to make a paper airplane out of one of these, it'd be that one.
Yeah, hell
Look
yeah.
at that.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh no, this is a problem.
So
And the UI Kotex has wings on it.
Wings.
And the wings absorb as well. So
Okay.
I would
Sort
put
of.
them.
Oh, sure.
Also, I feel like they stay in place.
yeah, who won? I mean, these both look like absolute blowout messes.
So I'm just gonna go with another.
Are we
The one
supposed
on
to
the
buy
right-
one of these?
The one on the right guarantees you
Always.
blood droplets on your shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
God.
You are going to have blood droplets on your socks and shoes with the one on the right.
Always a little wet, but not too damp.
Well,
So
you bled out all over it. Yeah, I would expect it to be wet for a while.
God, she's just
And you
shooting more into it.
for the Always.
I had no idea.
I hate the human body.
we just spent like 9 minutes getting to the bottom of this. What is she doing? How heavy are you bleeding?
I know.
lady?
Come on. Let's not overdo it.
That one on the right, while it looks
Oh
awesome.
wow, though. Look at how it like dissipated this shit off the wings. That,
Dude, you're begging for rashes on the inside of your thighs with that thing. Right?
man. Wow.
Work for?
So here, I'm just gonna push down a little bit harder. See what
Is it gonna
happens.
squirt out? Oh God.
Oh, I think
You
it's
get the
better.
water red-
Yeah,
move
that's like
around.
space age technology.
When you push down hard,
Her
there's
nails
a
are
bit
that
of
one is
gross.
winning.
I know,
But I
right?
think-
onto your skin, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add the second one.
See, I think that one's winning. I think
Yeah.
it's kicking the other
as
one's
you
ass.
tell it absorbs
Really?
Yeah, it's taking it
and
into the
kind of
wings, but watch how the
forms a
wings
little
reject
bubble.
it. It pushes it back.
Yeah, but I
As
feel
it
like the wings are on
expands
skin.
because of
And it's
the
just.
stuff inside of the
No?
liner. I don't know what it's called to be exact, but
Yeah, wouldn't
When you're
you
doing
wanna,
a demonstration.
Boy, see, you can't do a dual.
So
You
that's
can't
the
have
second
two
one for
sessions
the
of
U-by Kotex.
explosive release of
And
whatever on the second one, though.
I think I might add.
Does this
a
like
half of
that
one?
much happens? Like, couldn't you get there to change it before that happens a second time?
Yes, I think like the second it happens, it's like you make an emergency pit stop no
you
matter
cannot
where
require it to suck up this much fluid. You just cannot
you
do
are. No,
that.
if you have to stop halfway through. Ugh,
It can't handle anymore. Don't do this. It
it's
can't
not
handle
fair. It's not fair to that winged little guy. He's doing the best he can. He can only take in so much before it's choking on it.
it. Wow.
Oh, the shit women have to deal with. I'm sorry, ladies. I really am.
Just the shedding of the uterine wall,
It's
Mike.
just remarkable. I mean, the whole system is incredible. I don't want to know much more about it, but it's pretty incredible what we've learned, you know? And speaking of the shit that women have to deal with, this politician, young guy running for office in St. Paul, Minnesota, running for city council, he's under investigation after allegedly, and this is all alleged,
Oh no.
posted a topless photo of his wife, estranged wife, the day after she filed.
Revenge porn.
Yeah. Mr. Martinez, David, if you will, he's running for Ward 4 as an independent. He posted the picture on Saturday, a day after cops served him with an order of protection. Included a copy of the restraining order in his post, in which his wife complains about a violent incident on the 4th of July. How do you get in 4th of
Celebrating
July?
our
is-
nation's birthday.
I mean, I know there's a lot of alcohol involved.
That's it.
You know, but the fireworks would make up for any sort of altercation you're going to have with anybody, I would think, on the 4th. Boy, when a guy gets mad and just goes into that fucking it's like, what are you going to do, dick face? I'm going to show the world their tits. How about that?
What a turd.
On my fucking campaign page for
Oh.
33 hours.
Holy shit.
Admit you want to see your tits. They took it down. I want to see them too. Just because why not? You know, they are tits at the end of the day. E couldn't even find a picture of his wife.
Oh, no. I think I found his wife. I meant the tits. I mean.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to see his wife to see if
give me a
further.
second.
If we want to go,
If we want to go a step further.
research.
Yeah, and actually see her
I'm
titties.
sorry.
I kept asking if you could find the wife, and you're like, nope, can't find it. I'm like,
I just assumed you
dude,
meant.
it's a politician's wife. How do you not find an image of her?
Right. I just assumed you meant the actual image.
Why don't you level with
It
me then?
appears to be.
They were married 13 years. He's got a history of restraining me physically against my wishes and forcing himself on me, and has been diagnosed with major depression. It's a good way for him to get press. I mean, we wouldn't even know he was running.
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, in David Martinez's
I don't
defense,
understand which one of these is hers or if it's the same one. This is what showed up first
Ooh,
with any
That
image.
is not the same woman.
well, not
the
even
one on
close.
the left looks quite gruff.
Yep. And I think it's more of a crime against us that we were forced to see either of those chicks' titties. You know what I mean?
You got to pick one though. You got to pick the one on the right, right?
I'm going Spanish. I'm going with the one on the right. Oof.
He's vampiric. Look at those eye teeth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he certainly is. Sounds like he used it too. It sounds like he's got kind of an anger issue. She says that he's got a history of restraining me. His behavior has continued to escalate for the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's gotten so bad. Their 2 kids are showing signs of anxiety now because he's such a dick face. He has become more erratic, verbally abusive, confrontational. I would describe his behavior as, quote, unhinged. This culminated in the incident on July 4th when Mrs. Martinez says he attacked her in the basement of their home. Well, you should be outside. You should be outside enjoying the 4th anyways. I mean, the weather was gorgeous in Minnesota on the 4th. What are you doing in the fucking basement? Doing laundry and shit. Boring. He followed her into the laundry room, put both hands around my neck, and pushed me backwards into a shelving unit with his hands still gripped around my neck, and then threatened to physically throw her out of the house.
If you want to pin it on something, pin it on that.
Like, it's one thing to throw someone out of the house, but when you threaten to physically throw them out of the house, you're talking like scruff of the neck type shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. That's pretty brutal. His wife fled the home and later called the police so she could collect her 8-year-old and 10-year-old. She wanted to collect them and some personal issues. I don't know what those mean.
Items.
Yeah. I'm imagining that would be...
Maybe some of the things we were looking at earlier.
Right. We don't know. We can't say for sure. But those seem like personal items.
Feminine products.
Yeah. She spent the next several days staying with a relative, but then she's like, all right, I'll give David another shot. You know, he is my guy. She goes back there, and he quickly shows her that he bought mace for the home and a BB gun and told her, quote, I will use it against anyone who gets in my face. So you get in my face, you're getting maced and BB gunned. Now, Martinez has denied these claims that his wife makes, writing on his website that he's absolutely shocked and amazed that someone can make up a story just so they can kick someone out of their own home and take their kids away. The nude photo of Martinez's wife was up on his website for 33 hours before WordPress figured it out and suspended it. They do say, and they love to drop these in here, the July 4th incident appears to be the latest in a string of disturbing behavior from Mr. Martinez. So he's got the July 4th thing, you know, I'm going to throw you out of the house personally, you know, physically. July 5th, he was banned from the city's public libraries for disorderly conduct.
Oh, man.
Maybe they're lying about his behavior as well. And then the following day, he was kicked out of a Minnesota Twins game and banned from Target Field for a year.
It was very important to have a social outlet.
He posted a video from that where he's arguing with a security person there and says, don't touch me, you're about to get smacked. I'll fucking knock you out, you old pussy. It's kind of what you want out of your congressman, right?
Guy's got a bit of a temper.
Yeah. People are asking him to drop out of the race now for some reason. He is absolutely not going to do that, though. No one has given me a fair shot. No one is willing to listen. We are done. Everyone is out to get me. One of those guys, the everyone is out to get me guy.
It'd be unfair to his supporters if he were to duck out now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, why is everyone out to get me? Everyone's out to get me.
Yeah, if he stops running, the terrorists win, you know.
Good point.
Jesus, you ready to sing?
No.
Douglas!
And then we're gonna find our best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him a best friend hug. Doug, Doug, oh, Doug, 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 Doug. Now Now's the time. Contact Realtor Doug Steinert. It's summer. Time to list your current home and to go looking for your dream home. Curbside appeal is at its peak, and real estate is moving. Contact Douglas today, 248-765-1781. He and the team at Century 21 Campbell will work to get you the absolute best deal on the sale and or purchase of your home. Doug's the man. He's easy to work with and a great friend of the show. So call Douglas today, 248-765-1781.
Douglas! Jay, do you mind if I do one of those Zach moments where he time out and everyone freezes in scene and then he can break the fourth wall?
Not at all.
And
Go
address
ahead.
the camera on behalf of the show. I feel like, ladies that were listening to our discussion a few moments ago about panty liners, guards, whatever.
Blockers.
Blockers, goalies.
Pads.
Drawers.
Shin guards.
We've had these discussions in the past, and some of you have taken rather big offense at our lack of knowledge, our insensitivity at those times. Please keep in mind, folks, this is a comedy show. And while it's at your expense this time, it will be at one of our expenses next time. So I just wanted to get that out there. If any of you were offended, I can't say I apologize.
You've never, ever, ever done this in the history of the show. Why do you feel compelled to apologize for us watching panty liners?
Well, because...
That was whatever.
Yeah, well, because when we say stuff like, that much comes out of there?
Yeah, I mean, how are we supposed to know that?
I don't know. I feel like we're supposed to. Because
Nor do we want to know that. By the way.
Yeah, well, especially you. But people will do that with cars. People will do that with car discussions where we sound like total morons. And I've noticed when we get on the monthly thing with ladies, we get similar stuff on Facebook. And I don't want us to get beat
Facebook,
up.
yeah. Fuck the book.
You're not on
Yeah.
the book. You're not on the book.
I don't take part in that.
I saw little Sweet Pie's new dance pictures
Did
on
ya?
the book. Yeah.
Tiny girl!
Tiny girl. She looks... Dude, she's getting big.
Sweet pie, yeah, she's getting tall.
Fuck me, dude.
Tall.
She's like big now.
Tall and
she's
lanky.
like a human person.
I know.
She's doing like stretchy things with like her.
Oh
she
my
can
God.
put her foot over the head. She's doing this thing where she's like on her elbows,
Yeah.
with her legs off the ground, like balancing.
Huh.
I'm like, how strong is this little whip? Look at this little poops. Look at this wee little wisp of a poops. It's hilarious, dude.
I'll have
show
to
it
get on
you.
Facebook and check that out.
Yeah, you can use mine.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up and show you.
Yeah,
And
I
you'll probably
can-
go, dude, that's not my daughter.
Yeah,
That's what Gab posted.
Sweet
That's
Pie,
not
dude.
her.
I can get it through. I'm actually.
I think you know who took the photo, so.
Yeah, I do. I'm actually on Facebook. Wink, wink.
Oh boy.
I am.
How we doing for email?
We do have some email, Mike, and if you'd like to write in the show, listeners, well, you can send us your thoughts to email at DetroitCast.com, like Jerry did.
Hello, Jay.
Wood-burning Jerry sent us an email with some inspirational words, I think, on the heels of Biggie's solo camping trip. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Tweedlefat. Yes, Mike, that's a fat joke, and I can use it as I'm getting a bit rotund myself.
That does not. No.
There's been mention as of late.
Look at it, poops.
That's a sweet.
That's the pie. Look at him. Look at this one, dude. This is what I was talking. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Look at that poop.
Holy cow! That
Dude,
poops.
Look at it. I couldn't do that.
No,
If
no.
you gave me 2 years, I could
No,
not work up to
2
being able
years
to
and
do
$2
that.
million. No,
Not
I could not achieve that.
She's on her fucking elbows,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Look at it, poop. Look at it, poop.
There's been mention as of late, says Jerry, regarding doing things you want to do when you're young. Tweedle Fat seems to think it's something you just can't do when you have life burdens on a wife who's also fat.
Wait.
In many cases, this is sadly true, but gentlemen, once in a while, we gotta let the hen know who the rooster is. We owe it to ourselves at least once or twice a year to treat ourselves to some time to do what we want, either alone or with our buddies. We have allowed ourselves to be tied to these false pretenses and social norms of our manhood disappearing after commitment. Just like the idea that we need to buy big diamonds or that you can't have an independent or offensive opinion anymore. We only make it true when we give in to these ideas. No matter how much we love and support our families, there's no shame in taking time to reward ourselves for putting up with their shit all year, every year, for the rest of our lives.
See, the problem is you're putting up with their shit all year. You're not putting up with Gab's shit all year. Do you feel that way?
This is not about me. This is about Jerry.
Right.
The only women or men, whatever your preference is, who are worth a damn are the ones who support us in taking time to ourselves, or the ones that don't try to change you, don't get offended when you say something horrifically off color with an OUR. He's Canadian.
Okay.
I believe he's a Nova Scotiaite. Is that correct?
The Nova Scotian?
Yeah, Nova Scotian, the wood burning guy.
Sure. All right.
Or get upset when you accidentally slip it in her butt.
Well, fuck, accidents happen.
This goes for ladies too. Any
Oh,
guy that
perfect.
doesn't want you to leave the house or once or twice a year is a total waste of time. A successful relationship is one where you enjoy doing things with each other and your families, but still hold on to your individuality. I'm a 40-year-old white man. May as well just call me the devil. Married 16 years and have a disabled stepson. I have many commitments and responsibilities, but once or twice a year, I load some gear onto my four-wheeler and head into the woods as far away as possible for about a week. Much like Isis wandering into the forest by himself to go stare at something as a form of meditation until it's time to come out when he's hungry. My last foray was 80 kilometers. That's 50 miles in English. Each
Why didn't
way,
you just say 50 miles?
along logging roads and trails, I will set up camp on a very rural and isolated lake or river. I take only the bare necessities, and my fishing rod I will spend my days four-wheeling, hiking, fishing, and occasionally trapping and hunting for sustenance. I spend my nights listening to the loons, coyotes, and owls as I cook my catch on the fire. The only other living beings I will have contact with are moose, deer, and occasional black bear. On bikes, there's no mention of them being on bikes. And the only technology I allow myself are my phone and a Bluetooth speaker. Every morning after breakfast, I'd hike to the high point for 1 bar of a signal and download the Detroit Cast and maybe check Google Earth for a destination for the day. But I'll listen to the show while hiking or fishing, maybe listen to some music from a select playlist. But most of the time, I just listen to absolutely nothing but nature. For me, there's no better way to reset yourself than to disconnect and get back to the basics. I guess the main point of all this is to encourage young listeners not to get set in these bullshit social norms. Always do what you love and don't ever stop doing these things for anybody. My other point of this is to call Mike fat and to have Jay say rural. Love always. Jerry, the wood burning guy.
Okay, couple things I take.
It's inspirational. I'm inspired.
Was it necessary to report that the stepson was disabled?
Well, you got him some points, you have to admit.
Not
right?
really, because it stuck with me like, why does that matter? Unless you're going to say what disabled we're talking about, which he didn't. He didn't elaborate. He just threw that out
Are we
there
talking
looking
about
for
like
extra bonus points.
foreign accent syndrome? Bonjour!
Bonjour!
Are we talking about Mongolism?
Are we talking about full-on Mongolism? Are we talking about spectrum bound?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people are wanting a lot of credit. He obviously wanted credit for that.
I think what Jerry gained was some nobility there, right?
And secondly, this whole thing, and I don't know if you heard it while you were reading. Nice job, by the way, in reading that. Because it was long. It's hard to do that. You just heard in the background, ugh.
From Isis?
He just exclaimed off mic, ugh, as he had enough about halfway through that email.
I thought it's a great story if he just told the thing that, you know what, once in a while, I have a wife, yeah, it's hard, and once in a while I'll go out by himself. If he had just gotten to that part, then it would have been fine. This whole...
The
a long
owls
time.
and the this. And I found it
The
peaceful,
loons?
serene.
The loons?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same story if he leaves out the loons?
No, it's not. And him throwing in the rural to fuck you up
Yeah.
was nice. I want
Rural.
some further clarification about the disabled stepson.
Yeah.
I want clarification on that. But
Is it
I
also
think,
him saying, like, my genes didn't do it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
My genes didn't do it, but look how noble I am taking care of him.
Not only that, how noble am I that I knew what I was getting into and still took it on.
Huh?
That is what we call a martyr, folks. In case you didn't know, that's why I'm throwing these facts out into this email. So he's wanting credit for shit I don't know that I'm ready to give him credit for yet, even though I think he's a great guy. Most Canadians are. Lastly, I don't think it's the same thing when you're like, yeah, you could still go out with the boys and fucking, tear shit up in Vegas. Like, that's different than going by yourself to the woods to gain sustenance in the rural outback and hang out with loons. You know what I mean? Don't you think there's a difference to...
Oh, you're saying his lady friend would object to, oh, shit, you're going to Vegas and you're going to tear it up.
Yeah. Oh, you're going with Deuced?
Yeah, it would
and
probably
Jay?
be easier to stomach. Yeah, you're going out in the woods to... Right.
You've got your stuff, and you're coming back with a bunch of dead animals to prove that's where you were.
Right.
I wasn't out banging, I wasn't out crushing puss in Vegas. I was out in the woods hanging with loons and murdering innocent animals for sustenance.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Kurt writes in, hot black, caramel macchiato, extra whipped cream. Is it macchiato? It's macchiato, right?
It's definitely a macchiato. Yeah.
Starbucks.
But I don't mind you saying macchiato. I really don't. It's the way it's spelled.
Ralph Macchiato.
Ralph Macchiato. I guarantee there's a coffee
a
shop
macchiato.
in Los Angeles that has a starboard, and they sell Ralph Macchiatos. And
Starbucks Semen Latte. Jay, no joke, I like my coffee in a restaurant to go through the process.
Yeah.
Nice. From hot to cool. I put it away from the aisle, refusing warm-ups, and like a whole single cup. I only like a whole single cup before a refill. Dude, I get that too, right? If you're at Leo's or something, they keep, God damn it, if you get 2 sips in and they're filling it back up, man.
Started on this bullshit move.
1 cup, maybe 2 is fine when you're at one of these places, says Kurt. Grievance, waitress who keeps coffee scalding hot by constantly filling it. What old man started this process? Fuck. Especially when you want that crockware warmth in your palm whilst consuming a nice break of fast.
Dude, this happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was at a breakfast place and had a coffee. And it's like, I have learned in a standard coffee mug size how much cream and sugar to put in. Now, when I get half of it gone and they immediately fill it up, even without asking, they think they're doing me a solid. It's like,
fucked up your calibration.
Son of a bitch. How much do I add now?
Right.
I don't want to over sugar. I don't want to over cream this thing.
And you're likely to now.
Oh, I guarantee one or the other is going to happen.
I think
usually over sugar.
Grievance has found me.
Save it. We're out of time.
Talking about coffee. Holy fuck, dude.
Sit back there, shut the fuck up, and off mic occasionally go, ugh. That's all we need to hear. Your point is well received when you do
He's just has had enough of this show.
Yeah,
we'll save the rest for tomorrow.
All right, very good. All right, because E wants us to leave. Jay and I were ready to go on a 10-minute diatribe that was going to be
at least
hilarious about restaurant coffee.
Very entertaining.
And it was going to be very entertaining. But since has had enough for the day, we'll just shut it down. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll remember to get to it tomorrow, the hilarity that was about to ensue. But if not, take it up with E. Email at DetroitCast. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen,